In any large-scale distributed system, back-end servers have to process an endless fire hose of incoming data requests. If you have a stable cluster of 5 active servers, you need a deterministic rule to figure out exactly which server holds which piece of data. The standard baseline approach for this is modulo arithmetic. You take an incoming piece of data, compute its numerical hash, and divide that by n, the total number of servers. The remainder dictates the server assignment. That math holds up perfectly until traffic increases, and you need to add a single new server to the cluster, changing your denominator from n to n plus 1. Incrementing the denominator changes the remainder for almost every calculation. The hash modulo n rarely matches the hash modulo n plus 1. Because the output changes, the system assumes data is stored on entirely different machines. This triggers a near-total cache invalidation. To correct the mapping, the servers have to migrate massive amounts of data across the network all at once. This thundering herd of internal traffic locks up system resources, causing the exact outages the new server was supposed to prevent. Adding capacity inherently destroys the existing data assignment, rendering basic modulo operations useless for horizontal scaling. To solve this, distributed systems rely on a strict mathematical property known as monotonicity. Under a monotonic algorithm, adding a new node to a cluster means keys are only allowed to migrate from old nodes to the new node. Data must never shuffle between the old nodes themselves. When adding a new node, the optimal amount of data to move is exactly 1 over n plus 1 of the total load. By moving that fraction, the remaining data stays locked in place, undisturbed. To survive production traffic, any distributed routing architecture has to guarantee this monotonic movement fraction.
In 1997, researchers at MIT published an algorithm to solve this, creating the industry standard for web caching, the Karger hash ring. Instead of using division, the algorithm treats a 32 or 64-bit numerical address space as a continuous circle. It hashes the physical server IDs to place them on the edge of the ring, and then it hashes the incoming data keys to place them into the exact same space. The routing rule is strictly geometric. A data key travels clockwise along the perimeter of the circle until it hits the first physical server. That server takes ownership of the key. If a server drops offline, its keys simply continue their clockwise path to the next surviving node. All other keys on the ring are completely unaffected. This isolates the failure. It avoids the catastrophic reshuffling of the modulo approach, providing the graceful degradation required to keep a network online. However, placing a handful of random server points onto a massive mathematical ring creates highly uneven physical gaps between them. Because some servers control vastly larger arcs of the circle, load distribution becomes highly skewed. One server might absorb 40% of the network traffic, while another handles 5%, creating crippling hotspots in the system. To fix this imbalance, engineers developed a software patch known as virtual nodes, or vNodes. Instead of placing each physical server onto the ring exactly once, the system assigns 100 to 250 virtual positions for every single machine. Scattering these virtual positions leverages the law of large numbers. The random clusters average out, which forces an even load distribution across the physical hardware. This solves the load balance, but introduces an architectural cost. Every virtual node has to be logged as an explicit entry in the server's routing data structure. In a system scaling to 100,000 buckets, allocating 1,000 virtual nodes per bucket requires up to 4.5 gigabytes of RAM strictly to store the routing map. Storing that map in RAM creates a secondary bottleneck. When the routing logic runs a binary search across a massive array, it forces the CPU to constantly fetch from main memory, resulting in constant memory cache misses. The virtual node structure successfully stabilizes the network, but it acts as a constant factor performance drag on the server's local routing logic. In 2014, engineers at Google analyzed this problem by looking at their back-end data storage systems. Unlike content delivery networks where edge nodes drop on and off the internet, back-end data shards are permanent and added sequentially, numbered 0, 1, 2, and so on up to n-1. By treating the servers as a strict numerical sequence rather than a random circle, John Lamping and Eric Veach developed a mathematical bypass, the jump consistent hash algorithm. Jump hash guarantees perfectly consistent hashing in O log n time, and it accomplishes this with zero memory footprint. Written in roughly 5 lines of code, the algorithm discards the circular ring architecture completely. It starts with a basic mathematical absolute. If a system only has one bucket, The hash function for any given key always maps to bucket 0. If the system expands to 2 buckets, half the keys must stay at bucket 0 and half the keys must jump to bucket 1 to maintain balance. The algorithm generalizes this property. When moving from n to n+1 buckets, any given key has exactly a 1 over n+1 chance of jumping to the new bucket. Instead of iterating step by step from 1 to n, the algorithm is structured as a loop that calculates only the specific bucket destinations where the key actually jumps. It seeds a uniform pseudo-random number generator with the incoming key. The resulting variable is used to mathematically isolate the largest index that satisfies the 1 over n+1 probability condition. The jump hash algorithm requires no gigabyte routing map because it doesn't store the state of the network. It calculates the precise monotonic state of a key on the fly. We can evaluate the real-world impact of that design by looking at how these algorithms operate inside a busy server, where the routing logic has to compete with other applications for CPU cache space. The Google authors benchmarked the Karger hash ring implementations against jump hash while simulating a 1 gigabyte memory cache competition. This chart graphs execution time on the y-axis against the number of buckets on the x-axis. The green and blue curves track the Karger hash ring. As the network scales, these Karger implementations hit a sharp knee in the curve. The execution time spikes exponentially because the massive virtual node map is constantly missing the CPU's primary caches, forcing slow retrievals from main memory. Down at the bottom, the red line tracks jump consistent hash. Even as the system scales to 100,000 buckets, the execution time remains incredibly flat. Stripping away the memory overhead completely eliminates the hardware bottleneck, yielding sustained microsecond performance regardless of network size. In distributed systems engineering, there is no single flawless algorithm. There are only calculated trade-offs matched to strict architectural realities. The Karger hash ring remains highly effective for distributed web caching and content delivery networks. CDNs use arbitrary server names, and their edge nodes drop off the internet frequently. The heavy memory footprint of the ring is the necessary cost of ensuring fault tolerance in an unpredictable environment. Jump-consistent hash is built for a different environment, rigidly controlled back-end data storage arrays and database clusters. When storage shards are meant to be permanent and are added in a strict numerical sequence, jump hash provides perfect monotonic scaling with 0 memory waste and 0 cache misses. Solving the problem of scale requires looking past standard industry implementations and using deep mathematical logic to engineer around the physical limits of hardware.